It was 2 weeks ago. I still don't get the joke.
Hashtag butt sandwich.
Ah.
Simulators, no more simulator games. Didn't I say this was a trend that needed to die?
This one was inspired by my friends because I've been in a ton of fights. It's the streets, they test you. So Hinky hasn't been in a fight, so I would come out with For Real Fight Simulator, the streets.
You want to know what simulator game I would make? Deep Space Simulator. So imagine like gravity's a bad example because I was right near Earth, but like you're on some kind of space station, and then it starts out and you're running through the space station, and then the thing just explodes, it breaks apart, and it sends you careening off into space.
How about the last simulator you'll ever need? Simulator. And then in the game, you just play yourself regretting buying these crappy simulator games like Rock Simulator. Like you press spacebar and he's like, did I really spend money on this? And you're just looking at a guy watching a TV screen, like scrolling through his Steam library and just like regrets.
I would go with a sandwich simulator game. Making your own sandwiches. And like, of course, it's just gonna be a female hand. No, keep the sandwiches out of my butt.
Hashtag butt sandwich.
Stop with the butt sandwiches. It still doesn't make sense.
So you're gonna need some sort of headset, maybe the new Oculus. You're gonna need some sort of camera, maybe a PlayStation camera or the Kinect, and that's gonna be used to track your body. The headset's mostly used so that you can experience a fight. Maybe you can put force feedback in the head, so every time you get punched in the face, it make your head go back, and then you don't know how to handle it. Because a lot of people don't realize when you get punched in the face, you don't really know what the heck to do afterwards.
So you got the air that's in your suit, and that's how much time the game lasts. And you just float through space and you get to look at stuff. Maybe you pass through like weird radio broadcasts that were sent out from Earth a long time ago and you get this crazy thing going on. Or maybe you pass through like a meteor storm and you have to survive the meteor storm by bouncing off of different rocks and stuff.
Oh, this is a possum simulator. Look, you can play dead, and what am I doing with my life? Did I really give to this Kickstarter? I spent money to get this game made, and your character is just the saddest guy ever.
Let's go a little further than just making a sandwich. Like maybe that's the first level. Like you go in your fridge and then you're like, all right, I have these few things, and you're like, we'll be like Surgeon Simulator where you just have like the one hand and you're like,
You start off fighting one person, but he's a beast, and you gotta get used to the dipping skills, hitting, boom, keep your arms up, and then you fight two people, and it just keeps building and building up until you're getting jumped in the gang. And this is how it's really fun because you get to fight in all sorts of scenarios, wide open areas, an alleyway.
Sounds awesome.
Before you listen, scary. Well, then guess what? Get in a fight. Get in a fight after you play For Real Fight Simulator the streets, and then see how you fare. You'd be like, whoop, boop, 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 and you'd be like, man, sure glad I had that simulator. Man, before I was gonna play as a rock, but that didn't do nothing for me.
Ooh, no, rape whistle simulator.
And the cool thing about it is, so the very beginning would kind of, it would send you off in a different direction based on where you are on the ship. So maybe you're in the top of the ship, it goes boom and sends you up, and all of a sudden you're spiraling toward the sun. And then you're just heading toward the sun, and that seems awful, but what would it be like floating toward the sun for a couple hours? Yeah, it would be hot. That would be one thing, but it would also, you'd have a lot of time to think about the hotness.
You don't win with simulator. You just, if anything, you realize what a dumbass you were for buying other simulator games. Girls call you and you're like, I'm playing Anthill Simulator 2017. I've lost control of my life, and then you hang up on them and go back to your computer, sadly.
Then the second level is maybe you have a date coming over, so you have to make a fancy sandwich, and then you graduate sandwich school later on, and then you work at Subway. That's Subway Simulator. So you have like a huge line of people during rush hour, lunch hour, that's a thing, and then you have to like get the right type of bread, like, and then like cut it open and then just like start plopping on. I'm only using one hand because that's what you have in Surgeon Simulator. And then like you grab the sandwich, you wrap it up, and then you throw it at their faces. And then they're like, ooh, I have a sandwich. And of course, the main character is a female.
Bad person.
So you got to be ready for the tutorial. There's this thing that happens in fights that everyone has experienced, everyone who's been in a fight at least, or at least close to being in a fight. It's like, okay, now approach your opponent. Then y'all go shoulder to shoulder. You be like, what's up? And it can hear you because it has a camera. What's up? What's up? So you bump, and it bumps the character back. And then he comes back forward. He puts his shoulder against yours. What's up? But be careful. If he turns away, when he turns back, he's gonna jaw the out of you. That is a secret for you on the street.
Maybe if you get blown in a certain direction, you crash land onto another planet, and then you can explore the planet. Who knows?
Would it be deep space then?
Well, no, but you're going out into deep space, and then it's another planet you've never heard of. Shut up. Just shut it. You would die. But then maybe you're ghost explorers. I don't know. Leave me alone. It's Deep Space Simulator. Anything's possible in deep space.
And then you can also like check your bank account and realize you have no money left because you spent all your money on crappy simulator games. It'll be great.
I don't want to get in trouble. You swing first. I don't want to get in trouble. You swing first. You swing first. Principal said I would get detention if I swung first. We both going to get detention if one of us swing, so you swing. No, get out of my face. Fight simulator.
I'm just kidding. I make better sandwiches than most of the women that I know. So it's okay, I can make that joke.
He only knows his mom.
My mom makes great sandwiches. I love you, Mom.
Yeah, great butt sandwich.
Yeah, that was amazing. I'm sure we can make hashtag butt sandwich go trending. Maybe you should check out our virtual reality games from the future, and if you enjoyed that enough, you definitely want to check out our Team Fortress 2 Honest Game trailer.